What's going on, you guys? My name is Hartley, and in this video I want to talk about the stocks of Fiverr and Upwork. We're going to compare the financials, we're going to compare the charts, and we are going to try and determine which one is the best value for your money. But the first thing that I want to do in this video is actually say thank you to all of the channel members and all of the Discord members that have decided to support me. I sincerely appreciate it, and here's everybody that has signed up for the Google membership, the little join button next to that subscribe button down there. I sincerely appreciate it. Some of them are just $2 a month. Some people have joined my Discord chat for $5 per month. And Ron Rogers, please send me an email because he actually signed up for the $50 a month mentorship, and I would love to set up that first call with you, Ron. So please send me an email and let's get started. And thank you to everybody that has visited my website, that has signed up for the Discord chat, that has decided to support me. I sincerely appreciate it, and I am very excited about the future. My goal here is to provide value. So in this video, let's start talking about Upwork and Fiverr, and let's get right into it. The industry today is remote work. That is where these two companies are focused on, and I think this is going to be the new normal. As everybody decides and realizes that they can start working from home, I think this is where a lot of workplaces are going to have their employees. And when you can work from home, you can work for anyone, you can work anywhere. It's absolutely amazing. And so I think this is going to be the new normal. And as more people get shifted from an office to their desk at home, and now they can go on different platforms and sell their different work services, such as video editing, Photoshop, marketing, accounting, whatever it may be, they can go onto platforms like Fiverr, and they can go onto platforms like Upwork, and they can basically sell those services around the world. And I think that means that more people are going to sign up for both of these services, and I don't think that offices are going to be the same. I think that a lot of services are going to start to be shopped out to virtual assistants, to people on Upwork and Fiverr, to basically remote workers that don't necessarily maybe cost as much or can do it more efficiently or are better skilled than the in-house employees that they may have had. And so I think we are seeing a large transition, not only in who we hire, but how we hire. And I think a lot of it is going to remote work. And I think both of these companies are very well positioned to capitalize on that. So these are the two major players in the industry, and they do differ a little bit. When you look at Fiverr and you go to their website, you're basically purchasing small gigs. So what I mean by that is you've got a nice headshot that you want to get photoshopped with a cool background, or you want to remove the background. You go onto Fiverr and you pay $5 for that. But let's say you're a YouTuber like me and you're coming out with a video every single day that you're just tired of editing. You go onto Upwork in that scenario and you pay somebody on a weekly basis to edit all of your videos. So Fiverr is really great for a small gig that you want to say, I want you to do this and I'll give you $5 and give me this back. It's absolutely fantastic for that. Whereas Upwork is kind of like small contracts where you'll hire somebody for a week, or you'll hire them for 20 hours and you'll say, okay, this is the type of work you're doing. Give me updates all the way along the way. They do differ a little bit in that sense, but they are going after the same sort of demographic and sort of the same market. I have used both of them personally. I have personally used both of them. I have accounts on both of them, and I honestly have to say they both work very well. They're very similar. They both work very well, and I'm pretty happy with the services that I've received from both. Now, diving into the financials, let's just get right into it. So remote work stocks, this is Fiverr on the left, this is Upwork on the right. The ticker is FVRR, UPWK. The current price is $203 for Fiverr. It's only $34 for Upwork, but the price doesn't really matter. The market cap is what matters. And when we look at Fiverr, you can see they're bigger. They're $7.14 billion market cap compared to $4.19 billion market cap. So Fiverr is substantially larger than Upwork, but you know what? They're both growing pretty quick. So when you look at the revenue for the last quarter, this is actually where it gets interesting, because Fiverr has a larger market cap, meaning that they are worth more. However, they had less revenue in the last quarter than Upwork. Upwork had 88 million, Fiverr only had 52 million. Same story when you look at the revenue from the last 9 months, 133 million from Fiverr and 241 million from Upwork. So both of them had a good last quarter. Nice to see, a little bit more than 1/3 of the revenue of the last 9 months. However, Upwork has significantly larger revenue, but it is only worth maybe 2/3 as much as what Fiverr is. So really interesting. I thought that was something to definitely keep an eye on. So one of the reasons though that Fiverr might be valued more is because of their growth. So when you look at their net profit over the last quarter, now this is obviously not a major factor. This is only one quarter, and this can definitely be manipulated, and it really depends, but they lost less money than Upwork, so you could argue that they're closer to profitability. You definitely need to look at that factor over the long term. One quarter is not enough to say that, but in the last quarter, they lost less money. However, the interesting thing here is that they are growing drastically faster than Upwork. So their year-over-year growth, this is a 2019 compared to 2018 number, that's where this comes from. Their year-over-year growth is almost 30% compared to Upwork at 16.5. Now what you need to realize here is that Upwork is a $4 billion company growing at 16.5% year over year. That is extremely good. I really like that growth. When you compare it to Fiverr, it's not quite as high. Fiverr's is even better, which is fantastic to see and pretty amazing for a $7 billion company. These are both excellent numbers. When you look at the quarter over quarter growth, this is basically third quarter 2020 compared to third quarter 2019. The growth of 47% from Fiverr compared to Upwork at 20% kind of tells you the exact same story. And the other thing that I really liked about Fiverr was that they had faster growth, but they also have a better current ratio as reported on their last quarterly reports. I didn't totally dig in to see if either of them has raised money recently, but the reports came out in the last few months and their current ratio back then was a little bit better than Upwork. So if that has changed, please leave me a comment down below. I'd love to update this, but that is where we stand on the last report. So when we look at this as a whole, we see, okay, Upwork is bringing in a little bit more revenue, Fiverr's growing a little bit faster, Fiverr's worth a little bit more, and it's kind of neck and neck. Each of them wins in different areas. They're both in the same industry. They both have healthy margins. They're both growing exponentially fast compared to most other industries. Fiverr's growing a little bit faster, but both of them look like clean and healthy companies. Now, if you're interested in learning how to analyze the financials like this, I highly recommend you checking out my stock market fundamentals course. It is hosted on Skillshare and is completely free when you sign up for a 2-week free trial. There's 8 hours of content on there, so if you can do the whole thing in under 2 weeks and cancel your subscription, you get the entire course for free. There's over 600 students, there's 30 plus reviews, and I promise you it will be the best free resource you have ever seen in your life. Definitely check out the links down below, but let's start getting into the charts for Fiverr here. So as you can see, the stock has been on an absolute tear. Back in May and June, it was trading around $50, and now it is trading at $203, which is absolutely just an amazing run up. The stock has been on an absolute tear, and we hit a little bit of resistance right here in October around the 180, 190 level. It basically formed a double top here, came all the way back down kind of right after that election when all the tech stocks dropped, and then since then it has been on basically a 2-week tear, and it has just broken through the resistance level set around this 190 level. It is climbing on its way and it has got a lot of momentum. The MACD is looking super positive right now. The volume's starting to tail off a little bit, but we'll see how it finishes the day. Right now, everything looks pretty bullish on Fiverr. When we look at Upwork, it's a slightly different story. It hasn't had quite the run that Fiverr has had, but it's pretty darn close. It was trading around this $17, $18 mark here. It finally broke through in September. It retested that exact level of support right here at the end of October, beginning in November, and then it gapped up all the way to $26, $27 right here, and now it has continued the momentum to a high of $36, and over the last 3 days it's had a little bit of a pullback. Now you may want to have a little bit of caution right here. This pullback has caused the MACD to cross over here. We're seeing a little bit of diminishing volume here, and this gap up was absolutely massive, so you know what, a pullback is probably in the cards, hopefully down to some level of support in here, but we'll see how it goes. So from the technicals, both of these stocks have had an amazing run. As you can see, even a low of $11 to $36 here. That's a 300% difference in less than 6 months on Upwork, and Fiverr's the exact same thing. When we go back from $49 to $205, that's a 400% difference, which is absolutely phenomenal from both of these stocks. They've had amazing performance, and as of right now, I'd expect the long-term momentum to continue. It does look like Upwork is seeing a little bit of a pullback right now, but Fiverr looks like it's breaking out pretty nicely. Now here are my thoughts on both of these companies. They are both good companies. They are well run, they're well managed, they have good and steady growth, and they're in good industries. They're in an industry that is only going to grow over time. There's only going to be more and more people sitting down at their computers that need these types of services, and there's only going to be more and more small businesses that are started because people lose their jobs or lose their employment and they need to figure out something else. So both sides of this are going to rise exponentially in my mind over the next little while, and these companies are already growing exponentially fast. Both of them are between 15 and 30% year-over-year growth, which is absolutely amazing for $4 and $7 billion companies. When you break down the income statements of both of these companies, they're operating at like 80% gross profit, and 50% of the rest of their expenses is literally in marketing and advertising. And so their goal right now is to just expand as fast as they can, get the name out there as fast as they can. Even if they operate at a small loss, their business model is so great and generates so much gross profit that as soon as they turn off the marketing tap, they're going to make an absolute killing. So I really like that. They have healthy margins right now. And my Discord chat, if you guys are interested in joining, there's a little link down below where you can join. You can also join through my website. But what I'm trying to do there is to build a community of traders and investors where I share my weekly watch list, I share my analysis, and I try to get everybody to share their trading ideas so that we can grow as a community, we can grow as a group. And when you see a great opportunity, you post it in the chat so everybody can take advantage of it. That is what I am trying to build. If you're interested in signing up for that, it is $5 per month. You can join by hitting the button next to the subscribe button there, or with the link on my website. Definitely check it out. It is super valuable and a lot of people are making a lot of money with it. So I'm really happy with how it's going. We just crossed over 100 members. Now my trades when it comes to Fiverr and Upwork, here's my plan. I plan to take a small position in both companies and I plan to add to that position over time. These are going to be long-term holds for me because I like the industry. I want a little bit of diversification in the industry. They have slightly different business models and they have excellent gross profit margins. As soon as these guys turn back the taps a little bit on the marketing, they're just going to flood with money. And so I think that is absolutely amazing. I like both of these companies. I think they have great opportunities. But if you're going to swing trade one or you are short-term trading, I do like the opportunity that Fiverr has on the breakout right now. That's probably where I'm going to start with my money, but I do plan to put positions into both of these companies over time. Now, if you guys get any value out of this video, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. I sincerely appreciate it. My only goal here is to help you make more money, and I will see you guys in the next video. Good luck trading.